This was the shortest ever martial law in Korean history. Let me explain. So on Tuesday at around 10:30 p.m., Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol declared a sudden emergency martial law which caught the country off guard. A move even the leader of his own party condemned, saying it is wrong. He did this because he believed that the opposition party was pro-North Korea and was planning an insurgency threatening to overthrow democracy. So he was basically like, you can't overthrow democracy if I do it first. But the thing is, people actually believe he did this to regain the little power he had left as his ratings continuously declined, dipping below 20%, and because for some time now he has been facing a lot of criticism surrounding the First Lady's scandal allegations and stock manipulation. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, what is this martial law? Well, Article 77 of the Constitution states that the President can declare martial law during wartime or in incidents equivalent to war or a national emergency. And what this does is it temporarily gives military control over civilian functions of government and bans all political activities, protests, and media outlets. This caused a bit of a panic, with numerous embassies sending out warnings to their citizens in the country, thousands of people searching out what martial law means, temporarily shutting down Naver, and people rushing to convenience stores to buy emergency food, with one convenience store chain stating that sales of canned goods went up 337% and instant noodles by 250% compared to the same time a week before. It didn't help that a lot of social media influencers made videos literally crying about the situation when they didn't actually have all the information, only for fans to find out that they were actually crying about their Korean stocks falling like crazy. Also, following the announcement, about 200 people gathered in front of the assembly, which was technically illegal, waving banners and calling for the president to step down. There were some scuffles between the armed troops and the protesters, but luckily nobody really got hurt nor arrested. The situation was pretty intense, but there were some emotional moments as well, such as when a journalist captured a video of a soldier bowing deeply and repeatedly apologizing to passing citizens, and when a soldier hugged an angry protester, patting him on the back in an attempt to calm him down. The thing is, yes, the military was deployed to stop the protesters, but it was also to prevent lawmakers from gathering, which is why we saw situations like numerous lawmakers jumping over fences to get inside the building. There were also 280 soldiers who entered the building trying to stop the already gathered lawmakers, which was met with staff fighting back by spraying fire extinguishers. Luckily, within hours of the president's announcement at around 1 a.m, 190 of the 300 lawmakers somehow managed to gather, and after a unanimous vote, all 190 voted to block the declaration. This is significant because according to Article 11 of the Martial Law Act, if the National Assembly requests the lifting of the martial law, the president shall do so and announce it without delay. However, the official end came 3.5 hours later at around 4:30 a.m, but with Yoon sticking to his actions, saying that there was no wrongdoing in the declaration of the martial law. Prior to this, there were 16 other occasions when the country came under martial law, with the latest being in October of 1979, following the assassination of the former president Park Chung-hee. This was when they had the huge protest crackdown in Gwangju City, resulting in hundreds of civilians' deaths. There are quite a few movies about what went down in Gwangju, such as A Taxi Driver, which I highly recommend. Well, after all this went down, the defense minister Kim Yong-hyun decided to hand in his resignation, expressing deep regret for the confusion and saying that he would take full responsibility. Several other cabinet ministers are planning to follow suit, but don't feel too bad. As for the situation with the defense minister, the police are investigating allegations that he is the one who advised the president to declare martial law. There was also a huge candlelight rally at Gwanghwamun Square with an estimated 2,000 people attending the event. FYI, for the regular Joe on the ground, nothing really happened. Some had a bit of a restless night keeping up with the news, but yeah, that's about it. Nothing much really happened thanks to the quick judgment of the lawmakers and the first group of protesters. I appreciate the concerns, but honestly, nothing's really changed for the regular Joe. And I guess that's a good thing, right? A final bit of update as I was finishing up my video. Yesterday evening, the lawmakers had an impeachment vote where they needed 2/3 of the 300 votes. However, they announced that it did not go through, so they just didn't have enough votes. While they were doing the vote, a lot of people gathered near the assembly, with some reports stating that as much as 1 million people gathered. From here, the Democratic Party said that they would try it again. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see where this goes.